What's the deal, YouTube? Welcome to Hard Hitting Sports. It is Sunday morning, 21st, 2014. We are winding down 2014. This is probably going to be one of my last videos of 2014. I think we have one more week of football before this week. Yeah, we do. What is it, the 28th? 28th will probably be my last, actually. I have the Rigondeaux fight will probably be my last video of 2014. But I want to talk about how the Dolphins can still make the playoffs today. Well, not today, but because we need a shit ton of help. Because as usual, we don't take advantage of everything that's necessary. But let's talk about how the Dolphins can still make the playoffs. And while we're at it, let's talk about things that I would like to see this team change in order to be a better team on next year. And you know what, man, I hate saying that shit, man. That's a conversation us Dolphin fans have been having for maybe ever since I can remember being born. What are we gonna do next year to make the playoffs? And they come back and they do the same shit the next year, and we're in the same predicament. Other than that, one was that 11-5 season where Chad Pennington and Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams ran the Wildcat. Nobody could stop it. Remember that shit? Yeah, we ran the Wildcat, and our offense was a gimmick pretty much, and no one could stop it. So that's the reason why we made it to the playoffs. But nevertheless, there are ways that we can make it to the playoffs, and let's begin to go over some of those. Number one, we've got to beat Minnesota, and we got to beat the Jets. Have to beat both of our final two opponents. That is very doable. Very doable. There's no problem with beating those two teams. Neither one of those two teams are powerhouses. Right? Way three. Buffalo has to lose at Oakland or its finale at New England. A 2-for-1 special. One loss gives the Buffalo Bills a 9-7 record. Now, the chances that they will lose at Oakland, slim and fucking none, but Oakland has been playing pretty decent football. The chances that they will lose at New England are much higher. So, I mean, it's highly possible that Buffalo can fall to 9-7. Right? Way number 4. Pittsburgh has to lose at Kansas City. Pittsburgh loses at Kansas City. Also against Cincinnati in its finale to finish 9-7. So pretty much we need Pittsburgh to completely vacate the wild card spot that I think it's actually holding on to right now. Okay, the next way will be Baltimore has to lose at Houston. And they have to lose at Cleveland. So they have to lose at Houston and Cleveland, and that's highly possible. That's highly possible. Houston is not a bad defense. They just got a clipboard holder running the offense right now as far as the quarterback is concerned. They're bringing back a guy who they basically dismissed. Didn't even think he was necessary for the team, and now he's the starting quarterback. All right. Now, and then Houston would have to lose to Jacksonville, which that's going to be slim and none. I don't see that fucking happening. Next, Kansas City has to beat, they got to beat San Diego in the finale. And that is the way the Dolphins need all that help in order to get to the playoffs. There's one more way. We got to win twice. Baltimore and Kansas City lose twice. Buffalo loses, and San Diego loses to Jacksonville, and Houston loses to Jacksonville. And that's another way for us to make it to the playoffs. So, no, we are not we're not finished. The season's not done Absolutely. There are still ways that in which we can make it to the playoffs at 9-7. We just need an ass ton of fucking help. Shouldn't have needed the help. There are several wins that we should have won. Well, there's several games that didn't make any sense. There's several games that we should have won. Packers game should have been a win. The Lions game should have been a win. The Denver Bronco game should have been a win. The only game that I feel like we weren't in was the Kansas City game and this last New England game. Every other game that we played this year, all the other losses, all the other 5 losses that we've had, we've been in all of them. Every single one. Green Bay, we got beat on the final drive of the game, pretty much. But there are circumstances which I don't pretty much blame the defense. When the defense is capable of shutting a team down, giving a team taking the ball away from the offense, but the defense is constantly placed on the field with 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs. Sooner or later, some of these great quarterbacks in the NFL are going to make plays, like the New England Patriots, for instance. The defense in the entire first half, Gronkowski, no catches, 0 catches, and we still go into halftime down by 1. You get a blocked, what was that? It was either a field goal or punt. I don't remember. It's returned for a touchdown, and I think they got 2 field goals or another touchdown. I don't remember. I think the second one came off of an interception, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, I feel like we've had opportunities, but we just haven't been able to capitalize on them. So, with that being said, let's talk how this team can avoid this fate on next year. Let's talk about how this team can get better as a football team. Let's talk about the things that I'd like to see us change to become a better team so that we don't have to sit here and go, well, maybe next year. If you're following the Dolphins on Twitter, make sure that you send them this fucking video, because I'm going to break down some things that I'd love to see them change in order to become a playoff team next year. Let's slide into some of those things. First of all, we have to capitalize on turnovers. If we get turnovers from a team, we should be able to turn those things into points. We can't get those extra possessions and then not capitalize on them. We have to capitalize on our turnovers. We get picks, we got to turn that shit into points. We get fumbles, it's got to be points. Now, while we're speaking of points, we have to get a big, I feel we need to go out and get a big red zone target. I feel like I like Charles Clay, but if I'm not mistaken, Charles Clay is like 6'2", 6'3". We need a big fucking tight end. Big 6'6", 6'5", 6'6" motherfucker we can use down around the red zone. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm tired of us being a 3-point team. I feel like we kick way too many field goals. Way too many field goals. We have to get into a mindset where we turn our red zone trips into 7 points. Red zone trips need to be 7 points. We can't get comfortable kicking field goals. So, number one thing I'm talking about that we can change in order to make us a better team, capitalize off our turnovers. If we get turnovers, we need to turn that shit into points. Number 2, we get into that red zone. We need to score. Let's get 7 points. Let's go out there and find ourselves a big tight end. I don't think we're going to get the big receiver. I think we're more capable of getting the big tight end. Right? So, I also want to see us play a less conservative offense. I was saying that it would be a very good thing to go out and grab Mike Martz for our offensive coordinator. I want to see a wide open offense. If you remember when Mike Martz was with the St. Louis Rams, was it St. Louis or Los Angeles? It was one of those teams. He had that wide open fucking offense, and it gave teams hell. You never knew. That team did not punt the football one time the entire season. I don't even think they had a punter on the team, if you remember. That team didn't even have a punter. That's how good they were at scoring points. They didn't have a fucking punter. That offense was wide open. Now, of course, they had the personnel. They had Marshall Faulk. They had Torrey Holt. They had Isaac Bruce. They had Azakim. Now, let's look at some of our weapons. We have Lamar Miller. Am I saying he's Marshall Faulk? No. I'm saying he has the speed and he should have the game-breaking ability. Do we have a Torrey Holt? No. We've got Mike Wallace and we have Landry. But I do think we can open that offense up and take shots. This 4 yards every fucking play shit, no. We need to be able to threaten teams. Teams have to know that we can score at any given time. We shouldn't have to go on 8, 9 play drives in order to score. That was a problem with this team. We this dink and dunk bullshit. I want to see this offense open up and take some shots. Now, last game, you saw us open up and we took some shots downfield. That pass from Tanny to Mike Wallace at the end of the half was beautiful. That one-handed catch from Mike Wallace, beautiful. We need to give him more opportunities. We need to give him more opportunities to go up the field. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you force it. Sometimes you got to take what the fuck the defense is giving you. But I've sat there and watched film where we've had the opportunities to go up top and we just didn't take them. I'm just saying. Now, let's say the offense that we're going to run. Let's say we're going to stay with this short. I feel like, all right, we have Lamar Miller. I feel like we should go get a thumper. A thumper. And by thumper, I mean a 5'11", 245-pound, nose down, head down, run your ass over running back. And we shouldn't abandon the run so fast. All right, okay, cool. We're going to run this ball down your throat 25 to 30 times. 25, 35 times a game. When the 49ers were a great team last year, they ran the ball. They handed that ball off to Frank Gore, and they ran it down people's throats. Same thing for the Seattle Seahawks. If you go back, when the Jets were a great team, what did they do? They pounded people. They ran the football down your fucking throat. They handed it off to the running backs. I think this was before LaDainian Tomlinson came there. Curtis Martin. Remember Curtis Martin? They ran the ball down your fucking throat. They handed the ball off and they pounded you. Mark Sanchez wasn't the reason why those Jet teams made it. God knows Mark Sanchez wasn't the reason. Mark Sanchez was fucking horrible still. But they pounded you. They handed the ball off and they fucking pounded you. They ran the ball down your fucking throat. I don't see why we can't do that, but Lamar Miller is not a thumper. I feel like we need a thumper. Mason, the kid who went to the Rams, would have been an excellent addition. He would have been fantastic in that offense. He's one of those. He doesn't have the best speed, but he's got that. You're not going to bring him down with the first wave with no arm tackles or the first wave of tackles. He's going to make yards after contact. We need a thumper. If Marshawn Lynch is leaving the Seahawks, perfect. Bring him over. He's got maybe 2-3 more years left in the tank. Put him behind my next thing, that offensive line. We have to continue to build it. That's some shit we say every fucking year. Every fucking year we say our offensive line is bad. We go out, we make an addition here, and we come back with the same shit. Our offensive line is still fucking bad. That's some shit that we need to address as a team. Definitely. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. If you don't have the offensive line, you're not going to give the quarterback time to pass. We've seen that in several games where Tannehill has a guy in the backfield within 2 to 3 fucking seconds. He snaps the ball and there's already a guy standing there. There's no quarter. Well, Yeah, there's no quarterback that can do well under that shit. Snaps the ball 2 seconds, it's a motherfucker in the back. How? What can he do with that shit? That doesn't even make sense. So we need to continue to build on this offensive line. I know Brandon Albert is fucking hurt. Brandon Albert is hurt. We still have Mike Ponce. I think DeJuan James have done a great job. But Dallas Thomas, you garbage! You garbage! You garbage! Get your motherfucking ass off my team. Get off my team right now. Here, motherfucker. Here's your fucking bags. Get your bitch ass off my team, Dallas Thomas. You motherfucking garbage. You garbage. You fucking garbage. I wish I had a garbage bag, motherfucker. I'll wrap your ass up in that bitch and toss you in the nearest dumpster. God damn it. You don't get a quarterback no goddamn time. Every time you on the fucking field, motherfucker, it's like you got whiplash, bitch. You got whiplash. You standing there, woo, my man just went by me. You trash. You motherfucking trash, Dallas Thomas. You need your fucking ass whooped. You a professional. God damn it. I know kids in Little League football that play better. What are you playing? Right tackle, left tackle? I know kids in Little League football that play better right tackle, left tackle than you. You trash. Get your ass off my fucking team. If they bring back Dallas Thomas, I will personally drive to the motherfucking arena and punch the coach in the face. I'll punch him straight up.
Wow.
I will punch his ass. I will drive 2 hours just to punch the coach. Straight up, I'll punch his ass. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck, man? You sabotaging this goddamn team if you bring back Dallas Thomas. Because he's fucking trash. He's fucking trash. You'd be better off to put Hillary Clinton at left tackle or right tackle. You better off? Shit. Anyway. Yes. We must protect Tannehill better. And I'm not down on Tannehill. I'm not. In the beginning of the season, I was down on him a little bit. But I think he's made some strides. What is he, like 70% completion percentage right now? He's made some strides. He's gotten better. I want to see him progress. I think that when I first started watching him as a quarterback, I would watch his eyes. And I would watch him go through first read, second read, and he wouldn't continue to go back. Like if you watch the best quarterbacks and you watch their eyes, you'll watch them manipulating the coverage. You'll watch them going through several reads and coming back to the one. Backs, if you watch them, motherfuckers do one read and they gone. Like fucking Kaepernick. That's why you never hear me brag about Kaepernick. You never really hear me brag about Kaepernick because the motherfucker will literally go through one read and start doing stupid shit or force the ball. I really do think Tannehill is going to continue to grow as a quarterback. I just want to see him take more chances. Take more chances. Of course, okay, yeah, we have to go with what the defense gives us. That's cool. But you got Mike Wallace. When Mike Wallace was in Pittsburgh, he was serving bitches. And that's because Big Ben Roethlisberger will trust him on some of that shit. Tannehill sometimes has to trust his wide receivers. Put it out there. Let Mike Wallace go get it sometime. Let him go get it. And then what will happen, see, when you watch, let's say you got a team like the Detroit Lions, right? Detroit Lions have they have Calvin Johnson out there as the wide receiver. You will see Calvin Johnson take the coverage with him. Seriously, he will take the coverage with him. They will have 2 and 3 guys trying to cover Calvin Johnson out there. And what it will do is it will open up underneath shit. If I was the second or third receiver, I knew I got great hands. I would love to go to a team that has a big play threat like a Calvin Johnson because it's going to open up shit underneath for a guy like me. Calvin Johnson is going to take that deep cover. He's going to take that corner and that safety. And now I'm in the middle working against linebackers. I have a much better chance at working against those linebackers than I do working against those corners. Your second or third guy, well, it all depends on what formation the defense is playing. If they're playing a nickel or dime, of course, you're going to be matched up on the corner. But for the most part, let's say they're playing a 4-3 defense, 3-4 defense, you're going to be matched up against linebackers. when you have a Calvin Johnson out there. And Mike Wallace has the speed. He's got the speed to threaten defenses, and we need to allow him to use it. Every time we go out there, Mike, there should at least, let's say within the first drive of the game, we should try to take that shot. Just to let you know that, okay, bitch, we taking that shot. We coming with this. We're going to try to go 70 yards up top. You're just scared, defensive coordinator. It's about the same with moving Tanny and allowing Tanny to use his feet. That the defensive coordinator has the game plan for it is a plus. They got a game plan for the run. They got a game plan for the trick plays. They got a game plan for the screens. They got a game plan for the deep passes. They have the game plan for the quarterback that can move. All of these things. These are all things that these people have to work for. You take away some of that, it's an extra thing that they don't have to think about at night. They don't have to plan for at night. We should use every single thing, every single resource possible to threaten the defense. If it's calling a quarterback draw, do it. Tanny just got to get down. Pick up whatever you're picking up, get down. It's something else on film for the next defense to have to worry about. Mike Wallace up top, 70 yards, give him a shot, whether he gets it or not. And Tanny has to work on that deep ball. He's got to work on that fucking deep ball. I saw strides in the beginning of the season. Some of them passes he was throwing, you had to be a contortionist to catch them shits. Hands over here and the ball way the fuck over here. My hand's right here, but the ball is thrown way the fuck over here, so I got to reach. Yeah. I got to be a fucking contortionist to catch it. But he's grown. You can see it. You can see the progression. He's not regressing like some of these other quarterbacks. He's actually making progressions as a quarterback. So I've talked about, I'm rambling a little bit right now. It's 8 o'clock, 8:31. I'm fucking up early. I don't know why the fuck I'm up this early on a Sunday morning, but I am.
Let's go to church.
Let's go to church. All right, I guess.
Where are we going to church at?
I have no idea.
It's a church right there, but I can't.
I'm telling you though, at 12 o'clock, I'm gone.
You should be over at 12 o'clock.
That's what I'm saying. At 12 o'clock, I'm gone. I'm sorry, church. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, church. But I gotta go. The Dolphins game started in like an hour. Anyway, yeah. So we're talking about capitalizing off of our turnovers, scoring in the red zone instead of kicking 3 points. Once again, improving the offensive line, taking shots, taking some shots, threatening the defense, and what other? I think Deion Jordan needs to take his rightful place on that defensive line. I really do think so. I think Cam Wake is what, 33, 34? Deion Jordan, it's your time, buddy. It's make or miss right now. I think next year we should see him in more and more packages coming off that edge. What was he, the second, third pick of the draft? Yeah, he's got to come up now. It's now or never. Him along with Olivia Vernon, Cannon. I think Cam Wake is starting to slide off just a little bit. You can see it. He's not bringing that pressure like and it could be just me not watching where they're chipping him and double teaming him and whatever. But he's not, like, I've seen several games this year where the effort just doesn't seem to be there as much from Cam Wake. Even though he's my favorite player on, he's my favorite fucking player on the team. I'm a defensive guy. Yeah, I like the offense. But for the most part, I'm looking more at the defensive side of the ball. Now, we need some young corners. Yeah, Brent Grimes has been excellent. Excellent. Is Cortland Finnegan coming back? I have no idea. I know Louis Delmas is hurt right now. Don't know how that situation is going to work. And then we have Rashad Jones. So we'll take Rashad Jones. He's still young. I think he's like 24 or 25, something up in there. If Louis Delmas isn't coming back, we need to replace him. Cortland Finnegan has been solid. Actually, when Cortland Finnegan is out there, our run defense is better. I don't know why that is, but when Cortland Finnegan comes on the field, our run defense is better. When Cortland Finnegan wasn't there, when he was down, teams were able to run better. Don't ask me to explain why a cornerback is making that big of a difference in the run game, but he is. Have no idea. Maybe it's the coverages that we're running because of Cortland Finnegan's absence. But there, our run defense is much better. So if Cortland Finnegan is going to come back, then that's fine. But I do think we need to go and get some secondary help. I think that should be first round. If you want to make Cortland Finnegan the nickel, cool. Let's go get ourselves a nice cornerback. I have no idea. I don't watch a lot of college football. I know a few names. I know a few names that's going on, but for the most part, I can support that shit. But yeah, we need to go out there and get ourselves a nice young cornerback to go on the other side of Cortland Finnegan. Like our cornerbacks are fucking ancient. All of them motherfuckers up in the 30s and shit. Other than the guys behind those guys, but our starters are fucking old as hell. So I really do think we need to go out there and get ourselves a nice looking guy in the secondary, and if we can plug it up with a free agent, I don't recommend going out and spending big money, but if there is a free agent who becomes available who could help us in the secondary as far as cornerback is concerned, let's go out and grab that guy as well. Linebacker, I don't know. If there's a stud out there that we can grab in the free agency, let's go out there and get him. Go out there and bring him. Defensive end, I like Vernon. I like Wake when he's playing well. I don't think this has been his best season. And like I said, it's time for Jordan to step up. Either step up or step the fuck off. Defensively, I don't think we've played that poorly. I honestly don't. There's been some game, like that Bronco game, we played like shit. We played like absolute shit. We allowed a third string running back to get 200 yards. Absolute shit. Would he have done that if Cortland Finnegan was out there? I have no idea. But we have played like shit we played like shit a few games. The Green Bay Packer game, I don't think we played like shit. Some people think so because they went down and they scored in the final possession of the game, but that I can't blame that all on the defense. If the defense is shutting down an offense the entire first half, you don't do shit. They give you 2 interceptions, give you 2 turnovers. You don't make you get no points on it, and you start going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. I can't blame the defense. I can't blame the defense for last game. Defense takes away a guy the entire first half. They come out hot. They score. The offense comes out 3 and out, gives the ball back to that hot offense. Again, 3 and out, gives the ball back out to that. Then you start turning the ball over. Yeah, you hurt the defense. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, man, I've rambled long enough in this video. I just had a couple fucking things I wanted to say and get off my chest before this game starts. And now I am getting ready to go to church. The hell? By the way, I don't speak Arabic. I have people keep sending me messages in Arabic. I don't speak Arabic, man. I don't know why I have people sending me comments or posts in Arabic. I don't speak Arabic. I'm not quite sure of that. But yeah, today we play the Minnesota Vikings. It is a must-win for our playoff chances. If we're gonna make it to the playoffs, we have to win this game. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Actually, yeah, that game starts at 1 o'clock. So we've got to beat Minnesota, and we've got to beat the Jets, and then we need an ass load of help. Anyway, man, I'm about to get up and I'm about to get up and go to church. You still going to church?
Really?
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm about to do something. I'm about to do something for the next couple hours too. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.